guys, it's Tori, and today I am coming to you with my Christmas book haul. We are going to run through what I got for Christmas, bookish wise of course, and also throughout the month of December. So let's just start with a few that I got from like giveaways and book subscription boxes for the month of December. So first of all, my December book of the month pick was The Kingdom of Sweets by Erika Johansen. This is a retelling of The Nutcracker, and I did not read it this month for Christmas. Unfortunately, I really wanted to, but once again, the month got away from me, but I hopefully will be able to get to it next year for Christmas. And then a couple months ago, I actually received a free credit for book of the month because my box ended up coming a little bit late. So I ended up choosing Weyward by Emilia Hart. I am really excited to have this. It has witches and historical fiction and female characters and all sorts of different life situations. And basically it just sounds right up my alley, and I've heard great things about it. It's won a lot of acclaim and notice, so I am really excited to get to it at some point. And then I actually won a Goodreads giveaway for If the Tide Turns by Rueckert. This is apparently based on a true story where there's this woman in the 1600s in the colonies of the Americas who falls in love with this poor sailor who is too poor for her family, so he decides to go off and make his fortune, and in order to do that he turns to piracy. And then we follow this young woman as she ends up being a part of the Salem witch trials. So like I said, it says based on a true story, kind of interesting, and it looks beautiful and fun and ocean voyagey, and I really enjoyed that, and I've really been in the mood for that honestly recently, so very excited to give this a try. This is actually coming out March 26th, 2024 if you are interested in picking it up yourself. Then I have a stack of books here that I bought for myself for Christmas because, you know, I believe in getting yourself Christmas presents if you are able to. First of all, I completed my collection of the Wax and Wane series, the second Mistborn series within the Mistborn universe, I guess. Well, I guess the Cosmere, but the Mistborn world. So I have here Shadows of Self, The Bands of Mourning, and The Lost Metal, and I'm really excited to pick these up. I did just read Alloy of Law earlier this month and enjoyed it a lot, so that's why I had to get those. And then at long last, I ended up picking up the Liveship Traders. Yes, the Liveship Traders trilogy. So I have Ship of Magic, The Mad Ship, and Ship of Destiny all here in the editions I'm collecting Robin Hobb's Realm of the Elderlings books in, and I'm very excited about this. Don't know when I'll pick these up, but hopefully relatively soon. We'll see. They're so chunky. These are way longer than the Farseer trilogy, so we'll just have to see what happens. I guess they're probably, at least this one's probably comparable to Assassin's Quest, but they're still pretty chunky books there, that's for sure. Next, I did receive a couple books from friends and family. So first of all, I received The Map of Time by Felix J. Palma. My roommate Karyana is who I do my podcast with, and we did an episode where we decided to do a book exchange. We're both going to read the books we gave each other and then have an episode discussing them. So this is what she got for me. This has like time travel and Victorian era and authors, Victorian authors in it. And it sounds just fun and whimsical. So hopefully I'll be able to get to this soon. Hopefully my limit is by the end of January. I for sure better have read this so we can do the podcast episode. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly when it will be because it's kind of a chunk, and I'm still in the middle of the book I'm currently reading, which is also a bit on the long side as well. So hopefully we'll just get to this as soon as possible. Then my parents got me a couple of things off of my Amazon wish list. So first of all, I have Tales from the Hinterland by Melissa Albert. I read The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert a little while ago and unfortunately didn't really love it, but I did really like the dark fairy tale elements and some of the stories that they told in that book. And this is basically a short story collection of the fairy tales from the Hinterland. So while I didn't love The Hazelwood, I feel like this will be something that I do really enjoy and is just right up my alley. So I'm excited to pick this up and just enjoy these dark fairy tales. And then I also got House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. This is a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling, I believe, and I've heard mixed things about it, honestly, but I feel like it's something that I'm going to overall enjoy the atmosphere of, and that's really what I've been wanting more on my shelf, is just books where I just enjoy the atmosphere. Maybe it doesn't become necessarily a favorite of all time, but it's like really entertaining to read and I can get through it pretty fast, and I think this will be in line with that. I think it is a YA book, which I don't have a lot of, especially unread, on my shelves, but I have wanted to get a couple more, like I said, just to add that different flavor into my reading life. So apparently my mom went for the dark fairy tale-esque kind of theme with her books. She didn't do that on purpose, I did ask her, but I'm down for that because I think that's something that's going to work with the mood I've been in recently. Then I have a few things that are bookish but not necessarily books. So first of all, another gift I got for myself. This is actually technically more of a history pick, but it connects to my literary life in such a way that I think it works, and that is this wonderful House York sweatshirt. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. So it has the Yorkist flower, the Yorkist rose on there. It says House York, just like kind of similar to Game of Thrones style, and it's just great. I really, really love it. Gotta represent that Yorkist Richard III fan in me. So right there, that is what I got, and I've had my eye on that forever, so I'm so glad to finally have it. I also received from that same friend, my roommate, as a Christmas gift, she got me this lovely little sweatshirt that has my top 9 favorite books on it. She would have gone for top 10, but this is just what it was. So it just had the 9 spaces, and then says just one more chapter. So on here we have Wuthering Heights, Tess of the D'Urbervilles, Circe, The Sun and Splendor, Agnes Grey, David Copperfield, Les Mis, The 13th Tale, and Harry Potter are all on there, and it's just a nice color, the orange, and it's really, really soft on the inside as well. So I love it. So excited to have it. She did a great job. And then my brother ended up getting me this nice kind of vintage sort of looking tote with books on it. I actually have a couple totes that have recently gotten really gross, and so I ended up throwing them away. So I've been in need of a new one, which he didn't know, but he just happened to pick this up, and I'm very excited to have it. He also gave me a $50 Barnes & Noble gift card, so I will be using that at some point, but I'm going to give myself a little bit of time to work through my physical TBR, especially because now I have these books to add to my physical TBR, so I need to get through them. I think with the series, I'm going to have it be where I delete them as I read them, because obviously I could put like all 3 of these, for example, on my physical TBR list, but the thing is, I'm not, like, 2 of them I just can't read until I've read this one. So it's like, it just feels a little weird having all 3 on there when I really can't read the other ones until I've read this one. So it doesn't really feel like these are on my TBR quite yet, even though they are. I don't know if that makes sense. But I think in my head, I prefer it, and it makes me feel a little bit better about myself when I can be like, okay, so I'm going to have this on my physical TBR list spreadsheet, and then as soon as I read it, I remove it and then replace it with the next one, which honestly won't like help my page count, but I think it just, for my own sense of like knowing how much I have to read, because I really want to get my TBR down for the sake of having less on my list to read, and also having just fewer options. But I feel like if I'm going for 20 options, I don't want 4 of the 20 to be all one series where I have to read them in order. Like, I'd rather have 20 books that I can read at any point and just pick up whatever I'm feeling in the moment. And so a series that doesn't really work. So I feel like I will just kind of separate out the sequels. I have 1 or 2 other series that I didn't do that for, that I have all of them on there, that I may change. I think I only really have like 1 of those though. So anyway, I think that's how I'm going to handle it, because I think that just makes more sense for what my goals actually are. But I still have, you know, all of these guys. I actually think I did add these when they came in, but I do have this one I need to add. I have these to add, of course, and then I will at least get these 2 in as well. So all of that to say, I have work cut out for me, but it was a really great Christmas season. Got some good gifts. I may end up getting more stuff this weekend because I have a final Christmas party, New Year's Eve party with some of my roommates from college, and they may end up getting me stuff. So I may get more, but for now, this is what my haul is. It's getting dark, so I think I'm going to shut this down. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you've read any of the books I've mentioned, what your thoughts on them were, as I would love to know. Also, let me know what you were excited about that you received for Christmas, or that you gave for Christmas, as I would love to know that as well. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!